Hello everybody, my name is Taiwo Olusesi. I'm the founder of Advocates Against Domestic Violence and Gender Discrimination, also known as Project Naranja. This was the foundation that I founded based on my personal experience and my passion. 3 years ago, I decided that I was going to use my own personal experience to influence people, to advocate for women and people who are in domestic violence relationships. So this was what brought about Project Naranja. For this year, the United Nations has designated the 25th of November every year as the day for the celebration of the elimination of violence against women. And I also decided that Project Naranja will also celebrate that day. We orange the world every 25th of November. For this year, partly because of the COVID-19 pandemic and the fact that the theme for this year does not actually require that we converge in one place. So we've decided that we are going to have this video recording that will be shared all over the world to people that we want to speak to. It's a short video. I just want to tell you the reason why we are having this celebration. We have realized that over the years, people have been in violent relationships, especially women, because it's a patriarchal society. The male gender often has this upper power over the female gender. As such, females have often been vulnerable. Due to this vulnerability, they have been prone to violence in their relationships, violence, boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, husband and wife relationship, father and daughter relationship, even teacher and student relationship. We have found that most times it is the woman that is being violated. So this year, the theme is Our Actions Matter. That is the hashtag, Our Actions Matter. Action of you, the action of me, the actions of everybody all over the world matters as it relates to the fight against domestic violence. Do not say, oh, it doesn't concern me, because statistics have shown that 9 out of 10 people have been in an abusive relationship, and 8 out of these people have been women, or let me say the female gender. Also, statistics have shown that 4 out of 10 people know somebody who is actually either in a violent relationship or has been in a violent relationship. At one point or the other, we have experienced it in one way or the other, unless we want to lie to ourselves. So it is in view of this that for this year, our theme is Our Action Matter. So I want to urge everybody, how can we take action? By volunteering for organizations and bodies that advocate against domestic violence, by taking the stand that we are going to eschew violence in our relationship, that we are going to ensure that whatever it is that we are doing that tends to violate somebody who seems to be in the lower cadre to us, maybe financially, maybe because we have a kind of fiduciary relationship, or maybe because the person is just vulnerable and we are using our own power to now violate this person. We decide from this moment that we are going to take a stand against violence. Then when we see people who are being violated, we're not going to turn away our faces, that we are going to fight for them, that we are going to speak against domestic violence, that we are going to take a stand, that going forward, we are going to advocate for people who are in violent relationships, that we are going to work with people who are working towards ensuring that this fight is fought to the end. Of course, it's not possible for us to do everything, but that little thing that you do in your neighborhood, that girl that is being abused, that you speak for, that person who always violates the wife, that you have decided to report to appropriate authorities, that person who is being violated but has refused to leave that relationship, that person that you feel needs counseling, that person that needs medical assistance, that person that needs financial assistance. For some women, it is because of economical imbalance that they have decided to stay put in an abusive relationship. You take a stand that you are going to do a fundraising for somebody in a violent relationship, so that you can at least provide shelter for the person, temporary shelter. You can at least provide some economic empowerment for that person. You see, little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. I'm charging you all today to take a stand against domestic violence in our respective communities, in our churches, in our mosques, in our schools. Some ladies no longer go for lectures because their lecturers are actually harassing them. Sexual harassment is part of this domestic violence that we're talking about. It's violence against women, and it is something that we must continue to fight against. Even in father-daughter relations, we have found situations whereby a father will be abusing the daughter, and the mom cannot even speak. You will realize that it's not just the daughter that is being violated. Even the mom is in an abusive relationship. Because why would a woman sit back and watch her daughter being abused by the father? It is an anomaly, and it is something we must begin to speak against in every aspect of our life. So I'm charging you all today. That thing that you think that is part of our culture, that thing that you think that, oh, it's something that you cannot fight because it is spiritually ordained. Let's begin to question them. Let's begin to question these cultural practices that tends to bring the woman and the womanhood to that level where you would say, okay, it is the norm. It is what we have to accept. Let us begin to say no to domestic violence. Let us begin to say no to gender discrimination. Let us begin to say yes, we are going to fight towards ensuring that there is a gender balance where there is an imbalance. We are not talking about feminism here. We're not talking about fighting for headship of the family here. No, we are saying that the female gender deserves respect, that the female gender deserves to be nurtured, that the female gender deserves all the respect that you can find in the holy books, and as such, it must be given to them at all times. This is not about women fighting for women. We have the E for she. As a man, you are expected to protect the female gender. You are not expected to abuse the female gender. Like it is said in the scripture, women are the salt of the earth. So when you decide to violate the salt of the earth, how do you expect the world to be at peace? This is my message to you. From today, our actions matter. Thank you.